Wagwan people, welcome to the Mindspark. So the Mindspark is a podcast that talks about various topics such as intellectual growth, education, business, trending topics, and of course, self-development. And in the studio with me right now, I got my co-host,
Joseph's wife.
and it's your boy Lowe's. So yeah, the Mind Spark is a new podcast in town, people, and best believe we're here to spark your minds. What do you have to say to our people?
Yeah, so we're about to ignite your minds. I hope you are ready. I hope you are open-minded, and yeah, let's discuss.
Yeah, let's do that. So like I said, we'll be diving into various topics. However, today, as being our first episode, we decided to talk about something very sensitive. And that is
Lowe's, sorry to cut you short, but you haven't even greeted me.
oh,
Why your manners, Mighty?
yeah. Sorry, Joseph. How are you? How was your weekend?
Thank you for asking. So my weekend was amazing,
Okay.
honestly.
That's nice.
And one of the reasons is because I attended the NSPPD conference on Friday.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I had
missed it.
exactly.
Yeah,
I had
wish
to
I
pray
was
for
there.
laws. I had to pray for Mamu really. Yeah, this nigga needs a lot of prayers. So yeah, I prayed for you guys as well. Shadrick especially needs a lot of prayers as well. Prayed
Yeah.
for you guys.
No, we
Prayed for
take them-
laws.
We take them with open arms. Thank you very much.
You didn't feel the Holy Spirit
I
at some
did.
point.
There was a time I was driving.
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
Hey, eh?
I was like, yeah, that must be Joseph.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, so sorry, I forgot to do one thing. Before we dive into what we'll be discussing today,
Mm-hmm.
I would like our viewers to know where we're hosting our podcast from.
Of course.
And that's Jesse's Fine Dine Restaurant, guys. Trust me, guys, this place is amazing.
It is.
If you're looking for a fine dining experience, this is a place to be. Trust me.
There now, he's not lying.
I wish I could take you guys on a tour, but then my co-host and I were like, nah, you know what? They need to come here and experience it for themselves. So
course.
guys, Jesse, big up to you. Thank you for letting the Mind Spark do what we're doing right now. Yeah.
Thank you, Jesse. We love your place.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The food is amazing.
Ish. It's
Yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah.
So are we ready to dive into it?
Yeah, sure. Please.
Okay. So like I said, we'll be talking about a very sensitive topic, yeah? Sadly, we're talking about defilement.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll actually break it down for our viewers. So what is defilement? Yeah, people ask if you don't really know. Defilement is when an adult has sexual relations or intercourse with a minor. And in this case, in Zambia, they say a minor is either 16, but I think it should start from 18, because even at 18, your mind is not really fully developed.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, you're right. You're right about that. And it seems most people don't know that defilement is a crime. Please.
Whether you're there,
Defilement is a serious
village,
crime.
what?
It doesn't matter where you are, whether you come from Mumbwa, like close here, if you come wherever it is, Kwamugubudu, if you come from
it's a crime. Bottom
Choma,
line.
doesn't matter. Bottom line, it's a crime.
True.
Please. I think people have been forgetting that part, and you think it's okay just because some 15-year-old looks
a bit
exactly.
developed,
No,
that
it
does
is a
not change the
crime.
fact that this is a minor.
Please. We can't be talking about defilement in 2025.
Imagine.
You get my point? We can't start the year on such a law.
And the sad case is that we're getting more reports now. Like the cases are increasing. Like just recently, this weekend. Did you see that video clip of
Which one?
three ladies
Oh my God.
married to one man
Oh my God.
that was actually defiling a child in that house?
Yeah.
And you know what was surprising to me? Those ladies were actually saying, we want him back home. And I was like, yo, as a mother, are you serious? You know this man is touching your child and you're like, no, Njala, what? Like, yo, what message are you sending to that child who's being defiled? Like, what are you teaching that person? You know what I mean? And it's things like that that we need to talk about, to make people aware, to say, you know what? That's wrong, first of all. And when you see that, what do? Report it. Talk to someone. let's make our Zambian people and the world at large know that these are things that need to be discussed. You know what I mean? Right now, there's a no bill, no something
No
movement.
ball. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
no ball.
I appreciate those people.
Stiffer
Our
punishment.
Zambian artists who were there, was that B-Flow Mark II? Shout out to you guys for supporting such a movement. Mindspark and our team, Walanda, we are behind you guys, and we're also trying to create our own movement that's saying no to defilement. Yeah. So let's dive into this.
Yeah. So speaking of the ladies, the three women. When I saw that video, honestly, I was shocked. I mean, I'm not yet a mother, but I don't think I can do that to my child. Do you understand?
What's going through your mind? You know?
You can't pick a man, sorry, your husband. You get my point? He's an abuser. In the name of what? Because we're starving?
You know,
You can't get up and do. Of course, I mean.
Work hard, do something.
Thank you.
There's people who are willing to help such people because at the end of the day, you're also a victim. So, yeah, you know, I just pray that our country people who are watching this, listening, feel that it's actually also up to them, not just the government, schools, to make a stand, you know. Let's fight the farmer. And how we can do this is by awareness programs. Let's create centers where people can come, express what's been going on, because we do not know what's happening in these homes. Trust me.
Of course.
There's a lot of things that are going on that people are scared to talk about, don't know where to go. So let's let them know that there's actually places where they can go, speak about these things, and they'll be helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in just over when like, I think that was 3 days ago. There's a place where I will not disclose where exactly, but here in Lusaka, where I went and we're looking at some land issues. And while we were there was a lady that told us it's just a case that's been reported where a 16-year-old was defiled and she's given birth. Why are the cases increasing instead of dropping? This is 2025. What do you think is causing that?
I think some people are just twisted. Some people honestly just have twisted minds, unfortunately. Others, I don't know, rituals,
That too.
rituals, witchcraft,
So these witch
perversion.
doctors are actually, they're telling people, do this and you might get rid of certain diseases that you have, or you boost whatever you're doing in your career. And I'm thinking to say, let's look at a witch doctor, yes? When you go to these people, then normally like in a tent, you know, it's like a makeshift setup.
You've been there before?
No.
No, just asking.
Really just life. Anyway, so when you go there, you see that if you use logic, yes? I won't say common sense because it's not common to everybody.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. However, you can tell this person does not have their life together. So what makes you think what they are telling you is going to help you?
So, like I said, I think it's just perversion at this point. Because
So it's
I've
a
heard,
sickness.
it is you can't even call it that, because then if we're going to call it a sickness, some people will justify the reasons why, you know, they want to go and touch kids. So I don't even think it's a sickness. It's just, I have no idea at this point. I think it's laziness, poverty, honestly, at this point as well. Because you're not going to go and, like you said, the places that Lowe's has been to, what did you say, the witch doctors?
What do you mean, man? Yeah. Really?
You're not
No,
going to
okay.
get rich from sleeping, from getting advice from a person in a,
A witch doctor.
what do you call, in a whatever,
Make a makeshift setup.
like a makeshift
like a
setup,
tent,
of
what?
course, yeah.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have his life together at that point. I can't sell something that I do not believe in. If I'm gonna sell something, you need to see it. First of all, I need to represent whatever it is that I'm selling. I need to be my own brand ambassador. Again, my point.
Yeah,
I
true.
should be the brand.
True.
So if I'm gonna sell riches to the masses, at least I should look the part myself. So if I live where in the Kingsland, and I'm telling you that if you want to live here as well, this is what you need to do. Maybe, just maybe.
You
Do you
will be like,
understand?
she's on
Not
the
that it's right or anything, but I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
Do you I mean,
Yeah.
because it makes no sense. Like if you ask me. Then also dress code. We can't be talking about dress code, please. That is no reason.
That holds no ground. How does an 8-year-old, let's say they're wearing bun shorts and a crop top or whatnot, how does that, what can I say, what word, I'm trying to use the best word, how does that make you be attracted in a way that you think of an 8-year-old sexually? That doesn't make sense. And if you feel or think like that, that just means you got a sickness. Because me as a man, whatever, that's a child. I'm just like, that's a kid. I don't even see that. You know what I
Of
mean?
course. I mean,
So
you're not
for you
supposed
now, adult, you're seeing that and you're like, yes, no. Then
I
that
need
means
to
there's
tap
something-
that.
Yeah.
I
That means
mean,
there's something wrong
even
with
for
you.
you as a father, for you as a brother, as an uncle, as a grandparent, a caregiver of some sort, a pastor, a man of God, the law, because at this point, no one is safe.
No
There's
one.
no safe place. The wars are not safe anymore.
And it's not just happening to girl children, it's also actually happening to guys, boys.
Yeah, because even at this point, family really can be touched, and
Sadly, but don't refer to me, okay?
I mean, you are seated right here.
No.
Best person,
Let's talk,
actually.
use Shadrach there. He looks like he wants to be used. No, I'm joking.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, Mamuvili, Shadrach, we have Faith there. No one is safe. So, please, 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 please. If people say, oh, it's the way the child was dressed, or I saw an adult dressed in whatever you deem as indecent, and what are you going to do next? You're going to touch a 2-year-old, a 2-year-old.
You need help.
You need help.
You need
No,
help.
you need to be caged.
You need help.
You need to be castrated.
You need help.
Do you understand?
Yeah. So I think what we should do as a collective is bring awareness to people. You know, let's let people know that there's certain measures that can be taken to cut off defilement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Create programs in communities. Let people know they have safe spaces where they can go, report these cases, talk about it. Because, you know, I'm sure it's trauma. Best believe it's traumatizing for a child who goes through that. So when that happens, it needs to be a place where that they can be talked to, brought out of that traumatic stage that they're in, let them know life still goes on, and they can be used as an example to say, this person went through this and this is how they've turned out, you know?
Okay, so like I said, at this point, homes are not safe anymore.
True that.
We have
true that.
mothers hiding defilement cases. We have family members hiding such cases. We have men of God hiding such cases. The law itself as well. You know,
And the
there's some
sad thing-
corruption that is involved
sorry-
as well.
Sorry to cut you short. And the sad thing, not too long ago, once again, I heard that it was a pastor running an orphanage that was actually touching these kids.
So yeah, so like
So
I said,
if
no
a
one is
man
safe.
of God claims to be a man of God is doing that, it's really demoralizing because you're there as a parent and you're thinking, we go to church, we're safe, and then you come hear such things, you know. It's really alarming. It's scary, to be honest, that you can have a person who claims to be a man of God, then you come and get such news, you know.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to do now is also talk about what we can do as people to bring defilement to a halt. Like this has to die off. We can't be having cases increasing in 2025.
No, we can't.
So
we
what
cannot.
measures do you think we should take?
Because at this point, 2025, we should be talking about the economy.
Yeah.
You get my point. We should be talking about making money and, you know,
Exactly.
the school.
Exactly.
But here we are talking about defilement. Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's only because this is been increasing in numbers. And that's why as the Mindspark, we're like, you know what? Let's address this full on. Let's talk about it. Let's make people aware of what's going on in our country and around the world. So like I said, what do you think we should do to eradicate this?
Okay, first things first, awareness. We need to teach children what, not necessarily about sex,
Okay.
in the sense, biology and whatnot, but there are always signs.
No,
You
exactly. Like you
understand?
say,
So before the actual
when
act, like
uncle
this.
is saying, come here, you be like, no,
Yeah.
uncle, that's...
So let's say Uncle Shadi is here and says, "Oh no, whoever it is, come and sit on my laps," and then he starts to touch you in some weird,
in a
funny
weird
way.
way. You should,
That is wrong.
yeah.
Do not let any adult of the opposite sex touch you in, parts you're supposed to be touched. Don't let them touch your privates. Don't let them touch your breasts. Also, don't be comfortable with that's an adult who you don't know is going to tell you and say, okay, no, let's go to this
Yeah.
isolated place. I'm going to buy you drinks. I'll get you jiggies, whatever it is. No, you need to report that immediately.
And I think what else we can do is also talk to the parents so that it's not just on the educational system to educate children about sex and all that stuff. Start in the homes. Sit your kids down. Let them know the dangers, there's pervs out there. Educate them so that as they go around life, they're aware of certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and unfortunately, well, most homes are not safe for these kids, like for children. Homes are not safe anymore. Churches are not safe as well. So this is where, as a society, we need to come in. Like, it's everyone's battle at this point. This is just not our neighbor's battle or whoever. We are all affected one way or the other. Like I said, it can happen. It could happen to anyone.
Last week when we saw that thing on the phone, you said something. I want you to tell the world what you said. You had Sister D involved. What as a cause to eradicate defilement?
Okay, so genuinely, please, 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 please. Since some men cannot control their items, I strongly believe that some people need to be castrated, honestly.
Yeah?
Vijuveni, vitendeni,
Yeah.
smash, whatever it is that you need to do. Because clearly you can control yourself. And if you can't control yourself, you're a danger to the society.
So the result
So
is to
please.
confiscate?
Confiscate it permanently. Lock it up.
Castration.
Castration and cutting of the penis. I am so serious about this, and I don't care how people are gonna take it, but clearly, like I said, you can't control yourself, so this is the only way. So let's do this. Let's castrate some people.
I guess you have a point on that. If people go to such extremes, then we should also be extreme with the consequence.
Yeah, and then the punishment as well should
And
be
that,
extreme.
like that, I'm sure it will eradicate these cases. Like people
So,
will not.
If you're thinking of touching anybody because you believe, oh, it's gonna cure my HIV, it's going to make me rich, or maybe you are just a pervert, please, best believe that you will be castrated.
By
You
Joseph's
will
wife.
no longer be a man.
No, true.
No,
They don't even qualify to be men.
No, they
Legally.
do not. I mean, this is just not for the female children as well. This is also for
Yeah, true. True.
boys as well. So boys are being touched as well. Boys are being sodomized as well. So please, touch a boy, touch any kid, male or female, you're castrated. And speaking of rape as well, it's just not the women who are being raped. Even men are being raped nowadays. I mean, men, come
It's crazy.
on.
It's crazy, trust me. It's crazy.
How do you touch laws?
I don't know how I feel about being used as a reference point, but anyway,
Sorry.
for example, yeah.
For example,
You know, so it's really alarming, for being honest, because here's the thing, huh? If this happens to a man, I'm thinking, this is my line of thought. How'd you go tell your other friend, like, wait, last night, you know, it does something to the ego. It's hard to talk about. But that's why the Mindspark is here, to let men and the world know, like, there's places where you can go, talk about these things, and you will be helped. You know what I mean? Let's talk about law enforcement and the role they play in this. Do you feel like they're doing a good job or there's room for improvement? What do you think?
There's always room for improvement.
A lot, in my opinion.
There's always
a lot.
there's always room for improvement.
Because for you to get bail on a defilement case, like, I don't think that's the law being used to its full potential.
No, it's not at all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can actually do better.
They can. So let's put down more strict law enforcement rules that will keep such people incarcerated, not back out there on the street. Yeah?
I agree.
You
I agree,
yeah?
100%. I agree.
Okay.
So let's do that. The courts as well. Let's not be lenient when it comes to child defilers. Abusers are not lenient at all. They don't feel sorry for kids. They don't feel sorry for anybody.
So why should we feel sorry for them?
Yeah, so why should we feel sorry for them? Why should you feel sorry for them?
Exactly.
So, Loz, on a lighter moment, my guy were about to sin. Because Apamanje were about to gossip.
Okay. You are gossiping. Yes, go on. No, I'm joking. yeah.
So remember that video I talked to you the other day?
Yeah. That should have been like 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah?
That's Junior, Lwala, and Gezile, nonsense, whatever nonsense is going. Yeah,
I remember that.
So, that chick, that chick was twerking. Was it sometime last year? I think. I'm not sure, but she did a video. I don't know if it's a TikTok video or whatever, but she did a video where she was twerking to that Junior Lwala song, Gateva Junior, Nima Bossy, something. Yeah, like you get my point. And calling other chicks Amahule.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So she thought she was happening. She thought, oh, now since I've given him a light-skinned child, now I am the girl. I am happening. I'm number one in his life. You get my point? Because, I mean, you've seen Junior Lwala. I mean, he's a really good-looking fella, but especially Pantumba. Guys, he's a handsome man. He's good-looking.
He's got racks.
Racks for this. Coins. He has them. So now this chick... Appa, she's here today saying that the guy doesn't, he's not actively in the daughter's life. I mean, he doesn't pay child support. He doesn't help her in any way when it comes to the child.
Wait.
And she's now calling him a broke-ass nigger.
Are you serious?
I swear.
The handsome pocketed guy.
I swear. This chick is now calling him broke. Wow. And apparently he even leaves my bills in these clubs, what. Aye, Ngateba Junior.
Whoa. So do you think it's personal or like she's just trying to make him look bad because
I am equally confused because she last year she was saying he's the man.
No, but
you get my point.
In a year. Okay, no, I get you though. Like
she was calling him the man.
Wow.
Gezile is now dissing Junior Lwala. Wow. She's been going talking about he doesn't pay, he doesn't support his other kids as well.
So wait, they're no longer together?
No. That apparently other women have been inboxing her, telling her about them not being supported in any way, blah, 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 this, that. But I'm confused. So what are we supposed to believe now? That he's broke or,
Maybe he's trying to do it to 50 Cent, he says, I ain't got no money. I ain't paying for nothing.
Maybe, I mean, who knows?
Because if we look at his track record, this man has shown that he actually has racks, guys.
Apparently so, I mean...
So then maybe I think it's personal. Like, he just doesn't want anything to do.
It might be personal.
But the sad thing is that the kid gets affected, isn't it?
Sadly so. And then again, this chick was even calling other women's kids ugly because hers apparently is light-skinned. So Gezile said something about, hello boy, in a Mwanawanga, I thank God my child came out looking because, I don't know what I would have done. Because the other kids what? Who are you to call another person's child ugly?
Okay, Joseph's wife, relax.
No,
did she say something about your child? I'm just...
No, who are you to call another person's child ugly? So let's start there. For me, I think that is wrong. She can beef, get my point. Insult all she wants. And even those same women who are busy sending her photos of their kids, and she's even insulting your kids. I mean, calling your kids ugly.
I'm joking. But hey, you don't do that. You don't do that.
You're now calling him ugly when you were spreading your legs for this guy not so long ago.
Wow.
So what has changed now? I mean, let's
Karma.
just be honest.
Karma. That's
So what
happened.
has changed now? And then also apparently again, this is a public knowledge. So it's the way they, had the child.
Okay.
It was apparently unprofessional because it was on a job. I don't know how true that is, but it was on a job.
Italian job? What job are we talking
Italian
about?
job in the shit section.
Elaborate.
In the shit.
Oh, that type of job.
Yeah, that type
so
of job.
She's working. Or she was actively working or what? Like, make me understand.
I don't know. I have no idea on that one. But someone said,
Okay, we'll say out of wedlock. For lack of a
even
better
about of wedlock here, she was.
lack of a better term.
It was a job, man.
Okay.
So now she's crying. She's going live and cracking us up. Okay, you are honestly cracking me up. Making us laugh.
Joseph's wife has had a good
us.
laugh.
Well,
I can guarantee you that.
honestly, I've had a good laugh, and it's sad. I remember going to talk about what are we teaching our younger generation, younger kids. The chick is young herself.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Wow.
no, she really is young still.
True.
So, a junior Luala, whatever. I mean, if you've got money,
Help the
support your
child.
kid.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. That
It
support
ain't
your
personal.
kid.
We're not calling
Of course,
you
we're not
out.
calling you
but,
whatever,
the
but-
kid should not be affected.
Yeah, the
Like,
kid
if
shouldn't
you have
suffer at
issues
all.
with the mom, well and good. We understand that. But the kid, do what's right, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna
Yo,
say.
guys.
Yeah. So, guys, sorry to cut you off. It's been a hell of a show, First episode. Defilement, witchcraft, and
Ngateba Junior. I hope I'm saying it right.
all covered
Ngateba Junior.
in one. And that's just for us to let you know, like, the Mindspark, that's what we're about. Sparking your minds, educating you, and entertaining you at the same damn time. So, stay locked, be tuned in, be one with us, grow with us, and we hope,
Laugh with us.
yeah, we hope we can become a family. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Much love. Take care. It's your boy Los.
And your girl, Joseph's wife. All the best to Gazile and Junior Luala.
Yeah.
Beef is happy.
Best wishes, guys. Best
Yeah.
wishes. Take